So if you're anything like me and you've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for years, then you've probably come across one of these before. These weird looking repackaged Yu-Gi-Oh boxes that have a lot of cards in them. You might have seen them at your local Walmart or Target or other big box retailer. Sometimes they look a lot like your average Yu-Gi-Oh blister pack. And other times they'll be in the form of a mystery box or a mystery cube of some kind. Sometimes they'll have just one pack and a few loose cards. Other times it'll be an entire collection of things. And these have a certain appeal to them, right? I mean, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. In fact, in terms of sort of net amount of cards, these are usually a better deal. In this Target pack, for instance, I'm promised 25 cards and a foil card and a holo card, and this only cost me like $5.99. For a newer or a younger Yu-Gi-Oh player, who wouldn't want to get more cards for the money? That just sounds like more bang for your buck. But that is why I'm making this video, because I actually have plenty of experience with these, and I've got a lot of reasons why these are not a great deal, not worth your money, and in many cases are kind of a scam. So I think the best place to start is with how these repackaged Yu-Gi-Oh products come to be in the first place. While the cards inside are all perfectly normal, legal Yu-Gi-Oh cards, at least for the most part, we'll get into that a little bit more later, they aren't exactly made by Konami. So what gives? So if you've been in the card section of most any store, you'll know that with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, some products just don't sell very well, and you'll find them collecting dust at any store you go to. These are usually going to be things like your starter decks or less popular side set releases. Think Hidden Arsenals, Battle Packs, and Star Packs. Heck, even some mainline sets, at least the weaker ones, sometimes just flop and they end up sitting on store shelves. So what does the distributor do with that? Well, they'll actually buy these products back at a deep discount and then just repackage them all, and that is where you end up with something like this. Something that's called a mystery box and promises a lot of packs, but effectively what you're getting inside are the products that nobody really wanted to begin with. They're priced in such a way where it might seem like a good value to money. We know though that things like battle packs and star packs typically retail for $1 or $2, so this is already not a great deal. Many of these repackaged products will also advertise a guaranteed foil, and I've actually even seen ones like the mystery power cubes that promise you things like secret and ultimate rares. So what's the catch? Well, usually these cards are just promo cards from past products. That can mean the foils from structure decks, the promo pack that you get out of older tins, or just low value foils from spin-off sets where all the cards inside came in the same rarity to begin with. Suffice it to say, you will not be getting a high rarity card from a main series set, so don't get your hopes up. And I hate to be the bearer of more bad news, but we still have to talk about scaling and how it factors into these. But right after, a quick word from this video's sponsor.
This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Being in school for as long as I have has taught me two things. One, that the ability to learn is more important than what you learn, and two, there are better and cheaper ways to learn new skills, and that's where Skillshare comes in. Skillshare is more like a learning community than a school. You get to skip all the BS and just take the classes that teach the skills that you're actually interested in. You can take each lesson at your own pace or switch to entirely different classes if they don't suit your taste. There are lessons in film and video, photography, graphic design, and much more. One class that I've enjoyed is the Fundamentals of DSLR Photography by Justin Bridges. He covers all the basics and does deep dives into subjects like shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Skillshare classes include a combination of video lessons and a class project. With most lessons taking less than an hour to complete, you can really customize each class to suit your schedule. And you can get all this for less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. The first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium to explore your creativity.
As a quick lesson for the uninitiated, foil trading cards weigh more than common cards, since they use metal and other specialized materials in their printing process. It means you can actually weigh multiple packs using something as simple as a kitchen scale, and you'll actually be able to find the packs that have a foil card in them. So it's easy for a person or a company to buy loads of Yu-Gi-Oh packs, scale them to find the ones with foils in them, open just those packs in order to sell the singles online for a profit, and then turn around and sell the rest of the loose packs to unknowing consumers. So as you can probably guess, this is an easy way for a company to just take a bunch of duds, packs that they know contain nothing valuable, but still get a profit off of them because, like I said, most people won't actually know anything about this process, and even if you do, how can you actually verify it in a store? Konami itself has taken some countermeasures for this in recent years. For instance, main sets include a foil card in each pack. This started in 2016, and it makes it virtually impossible to scale them since they all have roughly the same weight. However, you'll conveniently find that most of these mystery products contain packs from before that change happened, or they'll be packs that don't actually follow that rule in the first place. As a quick aside, this is actually another reason why you should be extremely wary of buying loose single packs online too. And we should probably talk about the fun little extras that get included in these as well. So typically, a few of these things like the Mystery Power Box will actually promise a bonus Yu-Gi-Oh item. And to their credit, these can actually sometimes be really surprising. For instance, we've found a cool baby dragon figurine or a Slide for the Sky Dragon pin inside of them. And I've even actually seen people get copies of old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy games, albeit with the rare cards already removed. But the thing you'll see most often advertised are the rare graded Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. If you follow trading cards, even for just the past year, you probably already know about grading, but in case you don't, it's the process of sending a card over to a professional inspection company, such as PSA, where they'll assign a grade of 1 through 10 based on the card's condition. Getting a grade 10 of a rare Yu-Gi-Oh! Card can be extremely valuable, with some selling for tens of thousands of dollars. I specifically remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mystery Power Box products from just a few years ago that claimed to have a small chance of pulling a graded copy of classics like Cyberstein, and ended up being a bit of a trend on the internet. So why is it a problem here? Well, these companies know the claim of a rare graded Yu-Gi-Oh! Card gets people excited. After all, it seems like you might get a really rare or valuable card out of a cheap pack at Walmart, right? Wrong. These graded cards are almost always just promo cards or, at best, low rarity cards from sets that have little to no value even if they are a grade 10. And speaking of that, the company often used for grading isn't PSA, which is renowned and respected throughout the trading card game world, but instead BCCG, a company used mostly by secondhand retailers for a quick and often generous grade. A card with a BCCG grade of 10 might have only gotten a 4 or a 5 by PSA's standards. It's a night and day difference, but not one that your average consumer would necessarily even understand. So long story short, these graded cards usually just aren't worth anything at all. And the last thing to cover real quick is the actual quality control on these things. I mean, you're taking a bunch of old, unsold, dusty cards and packs and cobbling them all together into one product. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, as it happens, everything. These products are notorious for having cards that are damaged, cards that are warped or bent, or even just not including everything that was promised inside. We've even come across foreign versions of random commons in our boxes, which is neat, but probably not what you're actually looking for. Alright, so what is the moral of the story here? Well, these repackaged Yu-Gi-Oh! Products are made to look enticing, but in reality, it couldn't be further from the truth. They seem like a great monetary value, however, the things inside are usually anything but. They're oftentimes low-quality packs and promos that nobody wanted to begin with. They might be scaled, they might be damaged, or they might not even contain what they actually promise at all. Sure, they can be occasionally fun to open if you just happen to have the money and want to open a lot of different packs with no rhyme or reason, and you might even get a lucky pull. It's been known to happen. I mean, we use these in our challenge duels a lot for those very reasons. But at the end of the day, I just can't in good faith recommend that anybody actually go out and seriously buy these for something that's not just a joke. Go spend your money on proper sealed Yu-Gi-Oh! Products or singles. And a great place to do that is actually TCG Player. Bet you didn't see this segue coming. TCG Player is a great place to get legitimate cards that you're looking for, whether they're singles, whether they're sealed products, and if you use our special link in the description, you will actually be able to support this channel at no extra expense to you. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this one. Remember, please do not fall for these horrible Yu-Gi-Oh! Scams. And without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Pass turn.